Back to reality with a bang. Today it is a full office week. I mentioned before that I work a condensed work week, Monday to Thursday. We're back from our trip to Oman and Dubai, and this is the first full week back, and I thought I'd share with you actually my kind of like work week, like my Monday to Friday. I have Fridays off, but I get a lot of questions about how I manage doing my content alongside working a full-time job. So I thought I'd actually share a bit of an insight, a bit of a week in the life of working full-time, but also really working full-time in content creation as well. Because I've got Fridays off, Mondays can be quite admin heavy first thing because there's a lot of emails to get through, a lot of like Slack messages. I try and start my day a little bit earlier, like at 7 a.m. and like blitz through all of the emails that have come through. I think I came to my desk this morning to, how many emails did I have? 250 emails. I'm a project director at a digital marketing agency. So a lot of my job is basically keeping track of how projects are progressing, making sure people are doing things on time, to budget, all that kind of stuff. So all of those emails are not for me to address at all. I would say about 50 of them are ones that I need to action. The rest are ones that I can just review, see what's going on, keep up to date, and then I can just like mark them as read and fold them. So I've just blitzed through those this morning. And today, I tend to work from home all the time, but actually I'm going into the office, this is super rare, I'm going into the office tomorrow through to Thursday because I've got a work event tomorrow after work, I've got a PR event on Wednesday, which I'll bring you along to, and I've got another work event, like a social, someone's leaving, so we're going to be having drinks on the Thursday. It's a very rare week where I'm going to be in the office pretty much every single day. And because of that, I'm actually going to go stay at my sister-in-law's house. So this week is a bit of a weird week. Not normal at all. But what I can share with you today is how my usual work from home days look in order to work my full-time job, but also do content. So as I was saying, I will clear my inbox between 7 a.m. and 7:45. Actually, because I had so many to deal with today, that did take pretty much until 8:45. It was quite a lot for me to action and deal with, which isn't very normal. It's now 9:30 and I'm making myself some breakfast. My first call of the day is in an hour. And then Monday's actually quite relaxed in terms of meetings. There's not a huge amount, which is quite good if you like team stand-ups. We've got a few meetings today. And then I'm going to film some content on my lunch break. I've got quite a lot of admin to do with my socials. There's been a video that I posted that's had a lot of engagement, so I need to go through all the comments and respond to that this evening. Pretty much today is a case of working my full-time job, which is 8 till 6:30, and then in my lunch break, I tend to film content, and then after work, do all the admin that's related to the content post my work day really. I've got some of my sliced sourdough that I've toasted, topped it with a little bit of soft cheese I needed to use up. We had tacos last night, which we'll probably have as leftovers for lunch. So we've got some tomato salsa left over from the tacos there. There's a house down the road from me where they sell eggs, and we have our own chickens, which you may know, but sometimes they don't lay a huge amount, and right now, winter, they're also quite old, so I just think they're slowing down on their production. So I needed a couple more eggs yesterday for a bake that I was doing, which I'll share with you in a minute because actually that's something that I want to film in my lunch break for content. But I ran out of eggs for that bake and I decided I'll pop down to that house and get some eggs, and they sometimes have duck eggs, and they did this time. So this is a lovely fresh duck egg. I cook my duck eggs 7 minutes from room temperature and then straight into ice cold water. It gets you a really beautiful soft jammy centre. So we've got some soft cheese, the leftover tomato salsa, soft boiled duck egg. I've got a few of these sprouts left over. I love this brand here. I was actually bought some sprouts to sprout myself by my sister-in-law for my birthday last year, and I haven't got around to doing them. That's a project that we'll probably do together. But these ones here, I get these from Waitrose, the Good For You brand, and I just really like them for a little bit of extra texture, good for plant diversity, things like that. So This is one of like my go-to, like to have these in the fridge to like put on toast, really. And then the final thing, which you'll probably know if you have been here a while or you follow me on my socials, but we're going to put a drizzle of crispy chili oil over the top of this as well. And that's breakfast. I'm going to take this back to my desk, crack on with a few other like admin bits that I need to do before my first meeting, and then I'll probably check back in with you at lunchtime when I'll share with you some of the content that I'm doing in between work hours. It's now kind of like lunchtime-ish, so as I mentioned, I'm going to use this time to film some content. I'll either, use my lunch breaks to make lunch and I film it for content, normally TikToks, or I'll use it to film a more detailed recipe that I already like know and love and recipe tested that will go over on my Instagram page, or I use it to do a bake for the warm space community that we have. There's something that I do over on TikTok where I share recipes to bakes that I do for this. The warm space is a place in our village. You can go get like free tea, coffee, play games, have a free lunch, and I always go down on my lunch break and give them a bake that I've done. And I just use it. It's a really good opportunity for me to recipe test things I've wanted to recipe test, because I kind of use TikTok as everyday cooking and trying things out platform, but my Instagram is more polished recipes that I've recipe tested that I'd be happy for people to duplicate. So I always see like TikTok as being more relaxed and chilled with the content. You're kind of like recipe testing with me and just trying things, and then Instagram is the place where I'll be like, right, I've tried this multiple times, I'm happy with the flavours, I'm happy with the method, and like it's a very detailed and like stylistic recipe. So that's how I kind of like split my content out, really. I'm in the middle of doing a sourdough sundaes recipe. I started it yesterday, filming it yesterday because it's overnight, and I'm gonna finish it off today because then I can take that bake into the office tomorrow and give it to everyone in the office. In order to do that recipe, I need to thaw out this sauce here that I had in the freezer. There's a mini series that I'm doing over on Instagram, which is essentially make one base sauce recipe and you can make 4 dishes from that dish. So I've done a risotto and then arancini from that risotto, and then this recipe, which is going to also be a sourdough sundaes episode 2, which is a savoury, not like cinnamon buns, but savoury. So this is a roasted carrot red pepper sauce that I'm going to spread in the middle of the dough that I made yesterday. So that's, in a rambly way, what we're going to be using today's lunch break to film. Back at my desk now, I have got a leftover. This is the real day-to-day eating when I'm not trying to do anything for any socials. Looks really messy around the edge because I've microwaved it, but we've got some leftover like coconut peanut noodles that we made over the weekend with some edamame and some chicken thighs that we had in the freezer. So very useful to have that in the fridge so that I can just blitz through, like I say, like doing a little bit of content, doing a bit of tidying. I think for me, with this juggling my full-time job and content creation, there are a few things that are essential for me to be able to do it. The first thing is the fact that I can work from home pretty much exclusively. There's the odd time where we have a client meeting where it's like, it'd be good for you to be in the office for that kind of visibility. But pretty much I don't have to go into the office, and that for me is such a key element to being able to do what I do in my personal life as well. And another thing that I would say is key with doing a full-time job and content creation is utilising every single moment that you have. I don't think I really realised a year ago how much spare time I had, because now it's like every single minute of every single day is used up, and that habit stacking as well. I don't get to go to the gym as much as I used to because I'm just busy doing everything else. So having an under-desk treadmill is a lifesaver as well, because it just means that when I'm on calls, I can be walking and getting some sort of movement in. So utilising every single moment that you have is super useful. Being able to work from home for me is super useful, especially in the winter months where I kind of have to film at lunchtime. When we get to summer, like, I can log off and shoot stuff in the evening or in the morning, it's not a problem, but especially in winter, super useful. And then the last thing I would say is that we all have time. It's just a matter of priorities. So some things might have to be given up, some things might have to be reduced, but everyone has time for everything. It's just that something else is more important or has a priority over the other. So you kind of have to like decide this is what you want to. That's what's been the case for me anyway with balancing the two. I've had so many people as well ask if I will ever give up my full-time job to do full-time content creation, and I don't think so. Like, I really like my job. It gives me a break from doing content creation as well, which is quite nice. I might explore the option of taking a sabbatical. My company offer that, so I might take a sabbatical so that I can just focus on it for a set period of time and then come back refreshed. But having a full-time job as well as this, really, it allows me to keep authentic to the content I'm creating for you as well. I don't have to accept jobs from brands. I have that sorted with my full-time job. So for me, it allows me to really be quite picky about the brands that I decide to work with. So know that whenever a brand deal comes up from my page, I have really considered that, and I know and love the product already, and I'm not just saying yes for a paycheck, which I'm sure a lot of other content creators don't do. But especially in like the early stages, I'm sure there's a situation where you might have to say yes to something that you maybe might not have, you wouldn't have like pitched to that client. Like, it's not that you wouldn't use the product, but it might not be something that you'd be sought after, if that makes sense. Anyway, I've got the afternoon now of calls. I've got a bunch of like workload bits that I need to do. I need to pack later on as well. Let's go to my sister-in-law's because tomorrow's going to be an early start when we go into London. So it's like 6:30 now, which is when my work day ends. I need to pack to spend the rest of the week in London, so I'm just going to do that now. Oh, that's where that was. I was looking for that for holiday. Found it now. Okay, good to know that's in there. So I'm just going to pack. I've already written a list on my phone of the outfits that I'm going to wear into the office, so it should be a pretty quick packing. The rest of the stuff that I'm going to do tonight, I have got, I think, 8 TikToks I want to edit and 4 Instagram reels that I need to edit. So I need to edit those. I want to clear my inbox on Instagram, and I had one video on TikTok get really high engagement, which is incredible, and I'm always so excited to read all the comments that come through. But I've now got something like 400 comments on my TikTok that I need to go through and respond to, so that will probably take a good like hour, maybe 2 hours to respond to all of those, and then the editing is going to take a good hour and a half. So that's the evening I will be responding, and that's what I tend to do. I tend to use my evenings for editing content, responding to comments, and that pretty much takes up the whole evening from like 6:30 until I go to bed about 9:30, 10 o'clock. I want to shower as well before I go to bed. I might actually do that now actually. I'm going to pack, shower, get editing, get responding to comments, and that's essentially how I do it all. It is non-stop. I know there's other people that like do things way more than what I'm doing, but that's a kind of standard day. I don't normally have this many videos to edit and comments to respond to. So evenings aren't always like that full of just responding to comments and editing. They can vary, but more or less evenings are doing that. So I'm gonna pack up and I'll see you tomorrow in the office. I'll see how much footage I can capture. I'll try and show you things like my breakfast that I have. I've got lunches booked actually. I decided that because I'm going to be in the office like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm going to use it as an opportunity to go to some restaurants in the London Bridge area that I've wanted to go to for a while. So I'll take you along for all of those. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to pack up, get on the sofa, edit, respond to comments, and tomorrow we'll be in the office. We'll go have some lunch together. I'll see you tomorrow. See you then. If you're still someone who commutes daily from like the suburbs into London, I applaud you so much. Like, I was up so early and still didn't get into the office as early as I'd like to, which is a bit annoying. Anyway, let's make some breakfast and then we'll have a day of doing some nice officey bits. I did leave the other week a tub of cottage cheese in here, but that's been cleared out. So we're just having avocado, watercress, a little bit of sriracha mayo, and then office stash of crispy chili oil. Here's the final breakfast that I've made for the office. Avocado, watercress, some sriracha mayo, some bagel seasoning and crispy chili oil. I came back to my desk and these were placed on there. Got the assignment straight away, the office manager, and she said, I thought you might want them because then you could make some banana bread. So tonight we're going to make some banana bread. Heading out to have a nice solo lunch now, which I never do when I'm in the office, but thought I'd show you what I'm wearing into the office. Very casual in the office that I work in, but we've got a next top with just a basic H&M top underneath, M&S jacket, H&M trousers, M&S trousers. Desperately tried to get all that in before the lift opened. Right, let's head out and get some lunch now. This is where we're going. We are at Xi'an BiangBiang Noodles. I have gone for, like, I actually quite like it. It's like a relatively smallish menu, which I think is quite good. I've gone for the signature pork dumplings in a mild special spicy sauce. That's £8.20 from here. And then I've also gone for the handful BiangBiang noodles with beef in their special sauce, which is £13.80. That one there. And also green tea. I'm so excited. I actually found this place because I think I knew about it. Maybe I've got one of the other ones saved, but I definitely didn't have this London Bridge one saved. And I was walking past the other day after getting a sushi dog for lunch, and I don't normally buy lunches when I'm in the office. I'm very much like a packed lunch person, but that particular time we had just come back from when we were away and I didn't have any lunch with me. Yeah, very rare that I go out for lunch. This is a nice treat to be doing this each day this week. Yeah, I was walking past from Sushi Dog and I saw this place and I was like, whoa, that looks amazing. And then I do think I've got one of the other locations saved anyway. First on my hit list, and I wanted to do lunches like every day this week. I'm so excited. This here are the dumplings. I love crispy chili oil anyway, but this just looks so good. That's incredible. Oh, it's so delicious. The softest dumplings, not too hot in like spice, seasoned really well. I love green tea like this so much. Thank you so much. You can even get this as well, which this is genius. So here we have all of their like prep station, just like so many amazing things here. You can see here the handful of noodles as well. So incredible. Loved that so much. The flavour of black vinegar within the noodle dish was delicious. It's used quite a lot in like northern parts of China, black vinegar, and I forget to use it, I think, when I'm cooking stuff myself. So I'm going to probably try and do some hand-pulled noodles with that kind of like chili black vinegar sauce myself, so stay tuned to that one. We have some leftovers, which is good because we have drinks with a client after work today, and I'm probably not going to be able to cook any dinner, so this will be dinner as well. But back into the office now, really worth going. Recommend going to that place for sure. We're heading out for lunch, and what a day to not check the weather forecast and not bring an umbrella with me. It is miserable, but we'll have some good food, it'll make things better. I'm already very into this. This is Kolae, which is Thai food. We've got some good cocktail options, and then also alcohol-free options as well, which look great. I think I'm going to go for this pandan one. That sounds amazing. So now we're out of the pandan one. So this is the tamarind and kachai soda. Okay, these are the biryani rice crackers. This is £6 for this. These are so good. Like, I'm gonna see if I can try and recreate this because I think that is absolutely delicious. Really like sweet chutney on it as well, some crispy shallots too. Love this. These are the prawn heads?
Yes.
Thank you.
That's the namkin, we've taken the crown out so you can have the whole thing.
Perfect, thank you so much. And then we've got some prawn heads here. These are £6 as well. Something a little bit more challenging is always good to have. Very interested about these. The prawns, by the way, the prawn heads, they are incredible. Like, you can eat the whole thing. You think that you'll be able to get little bits of shell in it, but you just don't. You come here and you like prawns, you like shellfish, definitely recommend trying those. Next dishes, this is the chicken bamboo skewer, which is £8 for that, and then this here I think is the kale and herb fritters, fermented chili, cashew nuts, £9.50 for that there. The chicken satay was delicious. These kale fritters, I would say they're more like tempura kale bits. Really nice flavour, but a few of them have gone a bit soggy, so could be crispier. We now have the fish and some rice. So rice is £3.50 because none of this comes with the rice, you have to order that extra. But the fish curry is £17. I mean, I've really allowed myself to like treat myself this week for these lunches, but this one was a bit of a wild one. £56 for that. Yeah, for an office lunch, I think that's ridiculous. I love food. I have leftovers and enough leftovers that will do at least 2 dinners, but yeah, that was a bit of a silly spend. We'll see tomorrow if I can spend significantly less than that. Heading back into the office now, and then later on we're going to a PR event which I'll bring you along to. There's a food content creator who's also like, she's a chef, she's got her own book called Sophie Wybird, and she's doing an event with Kind cereal bars. I don't really know what to expect. If it's going to be like a sit-down meal thing, I think Sophie's going to be doing some food demonstrations. I don't go to many of these kind of events. I'm not invited to many of these events. So this is a exploration for the both of us. Okay, I have 4 floors to tell you the outfit. This is M&S coat again. This is a COS jumper, H&M barrel leg jeans, fit flop, loafers. Done. We've arrived at the event. White hot chocolate, little spoons that you can dip in, extra toppers. And I think it's all inspired by their new bar here, which is the white chocolate and raspberry. Stunning.
My name is Jenna, I'm the brand manager here at Kind Snacks. Thank you all so much for joining us. We have such an exciting session planned for you all. So for us, Kind is more than just a name. We believe that you don't have to choose between nutrition and taste. You can in fact get that both within a Kind bar. For us, we only use like recipes that are packed full of wholesome nutrients, but also are full of flavour. We are here to celebrate the launch of our taste campaign, and also, you probably have guessed it, but the launch of our newest bar, white chocolate raspberry.
This until it loosens up a bit, just to warm up that honey. And then you just pour it all together. It's so easy. I'm not going to make you do it, it's that easy. You've got the recipe in front of you.
So we're making these Matalans. So Looks so good. Good morning, guys. It is Thursday, which is my last working day of the week. I work a condensed work week, so Monday to Thursday, Friday's off. Don't worry about the hoodie, that's gonna be coming off, but this is the final office outfit of the day. M&S jacket, this is an H&M jumper, but don't worry about that. This is an American Apparel crop tee, which I love. RIP to them. Primark bag, Zara trousers, M&S shoes. I thought I'd actually give you a quick tour of the office. I like to come in a little bit earlier than everyone so that I can make myself some breakfast. Just like settle in for the day before I crack on. We're split over like 3 different floors. I'm gonna be quiet because there are some people in. Got some meeting rooms. We have this little kitchen area here. Over there we get snacks, so I'll show you those later when they're put out. The view is just amazing. Morning, Ree, you alright? Yeah, good, thank you. And then we have this kitchen bit here. Breakfasty bits, breakfasty bits, breakfasty bits. And nice view. Around here we have the bar, which on like Thursdays and Fridays, there's free drinks in here. Such beautiful views. You can see St. Paul's. You can see just over there, the London Eye. And yeah, this is the bar area. And this morning we have breakfast club. So like once a month they get breakfasts in, and it's like nice little like savoury muffins. And sometimes I do events with them, special ones. I'll help the office managers and we'll do something like a Valentine's themed one or a Pancake Day themed one. Next month I'll bring you along with that because we're doing one for the King's Trust. I saw Lily Pebbles do this actually. Do like make your home into a cafe. I was like, I think that would be really good to do one of our work breakfasts like that. So we've signed up to the King's Trust and we're going to do that for the next month one. And I'm going to do some like little yogurt pots. We're going to get some nice pastries in, so I'll show you that one. I'll also show you when breakfast comes in for this. This is our other floor, all the desks here, and then a secondary kitchen over here. And then this view is absolutely amazing. It's across the river. We've got London Bridge Station under here and then the river. It's a really lovely vibe office, like always so chill, nice little like breakout areas that you can go to. I always love coming into the office because yeah, good vibes, very good vibes. Breakfast has arrived. Right, we're at lunch and I've come to Bao for today's lunch. I forgot how much I love Bao. Like, this place is so good, the service is incredible, the style and the vibe is really good too. You get given these cards here where you just like get a pen and you mark what you want. If you've not been to a Bao before, it's really cool. Like, it's one of my favourite places. I have this pomelo and yuzu soda, which is £4.50. Really lovely and refreshing. A bit sharp, still sweet. And I've ordered the grilled cucumber soy glaze, which is like £5.75, and to be fair, I don't think that's worth the money. It's tasty, don't get me wrong, but not worth £5. We have the chicken battle, which looks great. We'll do a proper like full review of this over on TikTok. Things have progressed. We have a mushroom rice that had like a comfy egg yolk on the top. It's like £10.5, so the pricier like main dish. And I do feel like it could do with a little bit more level of flavours, either like a sweetness or like a little bit more seasoning. But then this is the ox heart skewer. This has the level of seasoning that I was expecting on that, and it's got like a sweetness to it as well. If you're not a fan of offal, try heart, because heart is not like liver, kidneys, things like that. It's got a much leaner, meatier taste to it rather than it tasting like irony. This is really good. I think this might be my favourite lunch out of the 3 that I've had. There's elements. I think if I had the skewer, the bao buns, and the noodles from Tuesday, that would be the perfect lunch for me. But like vibe, service here has been probably the best out of all of them. We're good. Also, something I like is that you can just scan your QR code to pay. Super contactless. This one is kind of similar to yesterday's, £44. Friday and I'm finally back home. Let's ignore all of the spot creams that I have on at the moment. Fridays are usually a content day for me. I think I've mentioned that before. And sometimes it can be quite heavy on content. Sometimes there's not a lot going on. It's fine, but it's quite a busy one today. I've got a few brand deals that I am doing some videos for. I've got a lot of editing to do. So I think I'm actually going to sign off the vlog here. But Fridays, what I tend to do is I'll do content. I normally give the house a big clean as well, put washers on, things like that. It's like Friday is my admin, getting stuff done day. So I'm just going to have some breakfast. This is a real fridge raid breakfast as well. I've just got some leftover salad bits that was really on its last legs. I've put a little bit of this dressing over the top. I get that from my local Chinese supermarket. It's so good. If you've ever had the sesame dressing, like the QP one, or there's that really popular soy brand, they do one, which I think's everyone knows about. But if you ever come across this one, really, really good because it's like the sesame one, but it's got so much more spice to it because of the wasabi. I have a sweet potato that again, really needs to be used up. This is a purple one that I got from either Chinese supermarket or my local farmer's market. So I've just put that in the air fryer with a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper, and put some butter on it at the end now. And I've roasted off some asparagus. This is a really random breakfast. I'm such a savoury breakfast person. I tend to do savoury, fridge raid, like just using up any veggies that we have in the fridge for breakfast. And then I have got, this is quite an exciting one. I've got a poached duck egg here. There's a house in the village where they sell their own like chicken eggs and stuff. And because our chickens are a little bit low on their production at the moment, I popped over to their house the other day to pick up some more just standard eggs because I needed them to bake something. And they also had a few duck eggs there. So I was like, excellent, we'll pick up a duck egg. So that's kind of what we're looking like. I was going to put something else on this. Oh yeah, I've got some mixed seeds I'll pop on this. I always have some mixed seeds like pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds, sunflower seeds. Just going to put that over the salady bits for a little bit of an extra crunch. And this here is the final little like fridge raid random breakfast that I'm going to have. So I'll leave you here because it probably won't be the most interesting day. I hope this was actually an interesting vlog for you to watch as well in terms of how I manage things, doing my content and by doing my full-time job. At the time that I put this up actually, I would have had a conversation with my manager about going on a sabbatical. So this is exciting and scary. Depending on how the conversation's gone, I may or may not keep this clip in here. Things are just going so well with doing my content. The work that I'm doing with certain brands, Waitrose is such an amazing and big client of mine that I think they've essentially allowed me to make this decision. Waitrose are really great to me and they're a company and a supermarket and a brand that I have adored for so long, and they were my biggest client hit list, I guess. Like I have 3 clients that I really wanted to secure and I still want to secure this year. And I achieved one of them last year, which was Waitrose. That was like my number one. I'd love to get into their paper as well, to have like a weekly slot in their weekend paper, maybe like my Sourdough Sunday series, something like that. That would be the ultimate dream. But the fact that I work with them on a regular basis doing content creation is exactly what I was hoping for to achieve. KitchenAid was another. I'm going to actually try and make some movements this year to get in touch with them, speak with them about doing stuff, because I use my KitchenAid weekly, daily sometimes. I am a big KitchenAid fan, but potentially very exciting. We'll have to see what happens. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Have a great week. I really, really hope that you enjoyed this. If it was a little bit of a dull one for you, let me know. I'm always open. I want to make sure that I'm creating content that is exciting and interesting to you. This is like a typical week, so I wanted to share it as well. But if you're after just actually more interesting things that I get up to, let me know that as well, because I want you to enjoy watching these vlogs hopefully every Sunday. Thank you so much for joining. I am always so grateful for everyone who supports any one of my platforms, but there are so many of you. I know you so well now, and you are with me across my Instagram, TikTok, and here. And please know that I am so incredibly grateful to be here with you. Having this channel and all my other channels has given me such a sense of purpose that I was really, really missing. I didn't actually realise how, not unhappy I was, but I didn't really realise like how much I was yearning that connection with people. My friends are incredible, but at the end of the day, they get sick of me talking about food and stuff, but being able to talk with you through all of my channels, I'm forever grateful for you being here, your amazing support and kind words. I love seeing, like I say, there's like a good amount of you where whenever you pop up on my comments, I run to see what the comment is, because you're great, you're encouraging, you're supportive, you spread kindness and love, and that's all anyone should ever have in their life. So thank you, I appreciate you, and have a stunning week. If you're new here as well, like, subscribe. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. Let me know if you'd like anything else or anything different. Have a great week, guys, and be kind to yourselves.